This is a free sample of the book Breaking Your OnlyFans Addiction by Cairo Copeland. The first half of this book is posted right here on YouTube, free for everyone to listen to. If you like this content and want to hear or read the rest, or want to listen to it free of ads, visit reinventideal.com/OnlyFans. The book is available on Kindle, paperback, and Audible at reinventideal.com/OnlyFans.
Chapter 2. Signs You Have a Problem. Before I show you how the addiction solidifies its stranglehold over you, some readers may still need to be convinced that they do in fact have an addiction. It seems like pieces of heaven have come down to earth with this platform. Maybe that's the case for the content creators, and I hesitate to call what they create content because their consumers are anything but content, which is entirely the problem of this addiction. The more money spent by the consumer, the greater their loneliness is, and the greater is their thirst for more. Many consumers of the site's product will be slow to admit they have a problem at the addiction level. Thus, I have completed this list of 7 signs that say, yes, in fact, you do have a problem. If any of the 7 signs are true, even just one, this is an addiction you must take seriously. Number 1, you feel angst about receiving and seeing updates from your chosen creators. The troubling thing about addictions is that they are accompanied by a hypersensitized reaction to triggers for your desire to be fulfilled. In this case, notifications about updates, new posts, and direct messages from the e-thoughts you follow on the site are that trigger. Does it excite you tremendously to see a notification that the e-thought you've subscribed to has replied to your message? Do you feel yourself rushing into privacy to immediately open it and see what it is? What you are experiencing is a rush of dopamine that is similar to the rush of satisfying a drug craving. You know the problem is at critical mass when you pull out your phone and see that the vibration notification was just a text from your mom, and your anger arises. Fuck you, bitch, you might say. When this occurs, you're in too deep. Number 2, it upsets you if your chosen creator takes too long to respond. Have you ever found yourself waiting for Tatiana to reply to the compliment you gave her on her asshole? Do you feel additional anxiety once an hour has gone by, but no response has been sent your way? Where are you, god damn it, you might think? The hours turn into a day, and the struggle is real, or so you say. Finally, she replies with a short message like, LOL, thank you, babe, that makes me feel special. The final sentence of the message is a plant to keep you hooked on messaging her more, to keep you on the platform, and to ensure you keep checking the DMs. Because in those DMs, they'll drop material for sale with a highly sexually charged description and a hefty price tag. It's all neurological engineering to raise your buying temperature for such theft. Later, I will reveal to you how the private messages on OnlyFans are the biggest scam on the internet today, and you will feel incredibly foolish for ever taking part in them. But if you eagerly await for one, you have a problem. Number 3. More twisted niches are needed to get off. What makes the porn industry so successful is that the consumers of it can never have enough of it. Once you've seen an image or video once, it will never be able to satisfy you in the same amount the second time around. The same goes for the niche and category of porn. 1 subscription wasn't enough. It goes up to 2, then 3, then more with constant tipping. But worse than the increase in money spent is the increase in how extreme the porn sought after becomes. The mind has an insatiable hunger for novelty. Once you see the dirty video from Tatiana, you've consumed it in your mind and created a sensitivity numbness to it. This is no different than how a joke is less funny the second time you hear it. Your mind built up a tolerance or resistance to its intended effect, but you're still left with wanting more. So the next thing you seek is much different from the last. You seek out novelty by looking at highly fetishized and more twisted types of images and videos. Many addicts would be mortified if they were presented with the porn they looked at today to their past selves from just 1 year ago. Number 4. It's made living with loneliness more acceptable. Some critics of the platform call it OnlyFans. While they may be saying this jokingly or to poke fun at the consumers, it is far from a joke. It's often 100% true. Loneliness is an unpleasant feeling, and for good reason. When you feel that undesirable state of being whilst lonely, it is nature giving you an enormous sign that there's work you need to do on yourself. Our evolutionary past has instilled in us that being alone could lead to death, for expulsion from a tribe would guarantee that fate. It's stuck with us for another evolutionary function, peace by cooperation. If we remain desirable for others to keep around, humans are more likely to cooperate with us, leading to more progress for our species. And as you'll see later, the most satisfying thing in this world you could ever encounter are other people. Sadly, OnlyFans is the worst way to handle the lonely feelings. The relief you seek never truly arrives because it's no different than scratching yourself to relieve an itch. The problem becomes worse. The pseudo-solutions dished out to you by this platform are merely staged interactions facilitated by your money. There's no true connection between you and the e-thought. In fact, you're not even talking to her. I'll tell you who you're really talking to later. A larger problem is that even as loneliness is a painful feeling to endure through, this isn't just some cruelty of nature. It's a grift from nature, as it serves as a sign to inform you that you have some improvements to make on yourself. But you delay these improvements and hinder your ability to make them by sedating yourself with this sight. That doesn't necessarily mean that the solution is to get a girlfriend, but what it does suggest is that there are larger underlying problems, such as troubled self-worth, directionless living, a lack of motivation, and codependency on others for happiness. What this all points back to is discomfort with who you are and being who you are. Number 5. You spend far too much money on it. Have you ever found yourself having to cut back on other things because you spent too much money on OnlyFans? Have these things ever turned out to be essential expenses like food and utilities? The platform was built to encourage and capitalize on impulsivity. This is the neurological engineers out to get you again. The idea was that you'd feel like you're in a race to win favor and approval from your chosen e-thought against other simps. So you'd shell out more money faster to show her you are her most adoring fan. This impulsivity will bleed over into other areas of your life as well. Worse than impulsivity is the gullibility that comes along with it. You get a DM from her describing something super sexy, you buy it, but only jerk off to it once or twice before never watching it again. Number 6. You have a romantic obsession for an e-thought. OnlyFans' success is built on the fact that it was the perfect combination of Tinder, Instagram, and Pornhub. The idea that you could find yourself in the same mating market as highly sexual, hot girls, and feel like you legitimately have a chance with her is how the nightclubs of yesteryear became profitable enterprises. But none of the subscribers are special to their e-thoughts. In fact, these e-thoughts have repulsion and contempt from their subscriber simps. They don't care about your personality, only your money. Despite the way her messages seem truly nice and flirty, you are being fooled. Time to make the big revelation. When you're having a conversation in DMs with an e-thought, you're actually talking to a man. Many e-thoughts are repulsed at even talking to their simp subscribers, and many of them are lazy as well. Even the simple work that OnlyFans gives them is far too much work for them. Thus they hire male managers to handle their DMs for them. And this proves very profitable for them because males know what other males want to hear. They know what will suck you in and make you believe you're getting lucky. They know what you want to believe. Yes, my friends. If you are conversing with a girl on the platform, you're not conversing with a girl at all. It is only her male managers. This is a service they can find easily and hire quickly. They all like it because it increases their money in tips. I know because I've dated these girls. They've shown me their managers and how they found them. Others have told me how much they hated talking to subscribers. It's never what it seems. Third-party companies exist for the messaging tasks to be outsourced to. It saves her time and it makes her more money. I must truly drive this point in. Even if it feels like a knife in your heart, I need to twist this knife as many times as I can, because I don't want you to suffer at the hands of amoral assholes, happy to cash in on your desperation for recognition from another human being. Number 7, you've given up on real-life romance. The most tragic thing I've heard in my life was a teenage boy tell me that he preferred pornography over a real girlfriend because porn could never hurt him. So short is his life experience, yet so severe is he limiting his future because of it. The problem with using OnlyFans as a substitute for real-world love is that you're not fulfilling your emotional needs for intimacy from women. You are artificially simulating them, and the effects of this simulation are short-lived. This vice serves only as a band-aid to put over the horrifically bleeding laceration that is your unfulfilled need for female intimacy. No matter how perfectly catered to you the custom video is, or your favorite e-thought that she made specifically for you, you will always be left wanting to experience the real thing. Not just the real sexual thing, but the underlying connection as well. The addiction to OnlyFans is proof that the connection is what's truly desired because it simulates it. The fact that OnlyFans images, videos, and interactions are unable to satisfy you, the fact that your mind will always crave novelty, is precisely why you should shift your pursuits to real women. Real people are sentient and infinite. There is no limit to their thoughts. They can provide you with true novelty. You can be certain of me on this. I'm not one of those lovey-dovey, touchy-feely Dr. Phil type ass wipes that preaches true beauty is on the inside bullshit that your minister, who's married to a fat, ugly-ass bitch, might believe. I wrote the damn book on how to get laid early and often. I love sexy and sexual women, but physical attraction will never be enough to satisfy you. Believe you me, not a single woman on earth, no matter how attractive she is, could ever hope to fully sexually satisfy a male. The male mind has an insatiable hunger for unlimited access to unlimited sexuality. You need a sexually attractive woman in your life, but not just one you want to go to bed with, rather one you wouldn't mind waking up next to. Perhaps you have low mating market value. For males, this comes from being short, being broke, weak, socially inept, and other genetic misfortunes. These things may reduce your options in the mating market. However, one thing kills any chance of success in it: giving up. This is the poisonous outcome many guys today are programmed to believe is inevitable by the dreaded black pill community. Not all who are ugly need to remain incels. Life may be unfair, and many times may even outright suck. But by giving up, you are telling life, hey, it's okay to suck. You're telling the universe and the lords of randomness it's okay to fuck you over forever, because you're not going to do a thing about it. In my coaching practice,
Thank you for listening to this free sample
much of what they
of the book Breaking Your OnlyFans
was eliminated
Addiction
by a set
by
of
Kyra
fixes on their grooming and fitness
Enjoy it.
habits. They
Want to
learn
hear
in their
and read the
emotional
rest.
intelligence and social skills
Listen
are
for
different.
ads.
For some,
Visit
just one need a
indulging.com
There is not a single guy in this world so damn
book is available on
incel
Kindle,
fate where
paperback,
OnlyFans
and
is
Audible
the best he'll have.
at reinventideal.com/OnlyFans.